to Quantum Magic Masterclass. So excited to have you here. Chances are, if you're joining, you're looking to grow, to expand. You're looking for more magic in your life. You're looking to manifest the unreasonable. Maybe you know me, maybe you don't, but you came here for something, and that reason is valid. And I'm here to, my hopes by the end of this class is that you feel unstoppable and you feel anything is possible, because it is, anything is possible. And I'm going to show you exactly how I've manifested my dreamiest life. And I'm not here to tell you, oh, I have all the answers, because I don't. I don't have all my shit together. I cry literally every day. My clients know it. I'm super honest and real. But what I do know is that we all have unlimited potential within us. And we have dreams, we have this purpose that we came here for on this earth, this wonderful earth. And whatever it is to you, it is valid and it is possible. And, you know, sometimes we're stuck in these emotions or these, maybe a patch in your life where you feel like it's not possible, or it's so far-fetched, or maybe things are going well in your life and you're looking to add in even more magic. Whatever it is, whatever you are in your journey, know that that's okay, and that you can always accomplish more or manifest more. Anything is possible. So let me read some of your intentions for today. And if you haven't written yet, I'd love to hear in the chat. This is your opportunity to put it out there, and also an opportunity for me to guide you on what you need from me today, because this is all about you, not about me. Great. Okay, how to attract money with ease and play. Yes. Who wants more money in their life? Say yes in the chat. How to step into my worth. Okay, living with purpose, living out your passion, how to manifest big opportunity. Where are you located? I am in Medellin, Colombia right now. I think you are too. Yay! You look gorgeous. Thank you. Working on tips to remain consistent with mindset. You will learn exactly that, Michelle. Abundance mindset, iPhone says. Who are you, iPhone? I would love to know your name. How to attract positive energy, changing mentality, how to stay patient with money, manifesting big opportunities. Oh, you look amazing. Thank you. How to manifest my higher self and achieve bigger goals, dreams of mine. Keep them coming. Put your intentions there. I want to read them all. How to take action towards my vision and pushing past limiting beliefs with respect to money mindset. Lots of people want to learn about money. Okay. The coolest thing about everything that I'm going to teach you is that these principles are universal. These principles are universal. You can use them to manifest anything. It can be money, it can be your dreamiest life, it can be absolutely anything. It works with anything because everything is energy. And I'm going to talk, first I'm going to share my story, and then I'm going to explain a little bit some distinction that I'm going to use a lot throughout the training tonight, so that we don't confuse each other. But yes, we're going to focus on energy tonight, like how everything is energy, including you. Okay, you look goddessly. Ah, thank you. Thank you. You guys are so amazing. How to get into alignment with highest self, goddess energy. Yes, 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 yes to money. Okay, okay. Mena, welcome. Happy that you're here. Marjorie, I'm so happy you're here. I thought you wouldn't be able to make it. I would love to figure out my purpose, manifest the right movement towards it. This is a good one. Who else have ever felt lost about their purpose here on earth? I don't think Marjorie is the only one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, we've all been confused. Maybe you're there right now. You're like, what the fuck am I here for? You know? Yeah, and I swear, by the way, and it's no, like, I don't mean to offend anybody. It's just sometimes when I'm passionate, I swear. And, you know, I've been there too. And my answer to that is, you know, you hold an incredible purpose within you. It's the reason why you're here in the first place. And if you didn't have a purpose, you wouldn't be here. So we can like drop the pressure right now. You don't need to feel any like pressure to figure out that reason. It's here. It's here. You wouldn't be here otherwise. Okay. What a relief. Feels so good. Okay, endless chase for life purpose. Okay, we're here. Attract my dream client and let the money flow. Thank you for sharing your intentions. And I want you tonight to use this chat box like as much as you want. You can put your questions. I'm going to try to answer them or save them, save your questions, type it, save it for the end, because I'm going to answer all of your questions at the end. And yeah, anything, like encourage one another, like and also this is your opportunity to be vulnerable as well, being real and honest about where you're at, what you're struggling with, or even your wins. This is a safe container to celebrate the shit out of you, because we don't do this enough in life, and I want this to be a safe space for you to just be you. Okay, so starting your own business. Okay, we're talking. I love it. Okay, so let me introduce myself, because I do realize there's a lot of you who know me, but there's a lot of you who maybe don't even know who I am. Maybe you came across my profile, or someone sent you this masterclass. They're like, you gotta tune in. This girl's amazing, but you're like, okay, I don't really know what I'm getting myself into. So let me introduce myself. My name is Alexa, and I'm from Montreal, Canada. My first language is French, as you heard at the beginning of this call. And I've always been a dreamer. I always knew that I was meant to do big things. I just never really knew how it was all going to come together. Anyone ever felt like that? Like you're just like, that you hold so much potential within you, and you're like, I just don't know how it's gonna all come together. And maybe you're struggling, but it's coming, but you feel so far-fetched, so close, it's so far. Okay, I'm not the only one. I felt like this for so long. Okay. And even like when I first started, I turned 18, I went to school because I thought that's what we had to do. You go to school. I was studying health science at the time at Ottawa U. And I just remember, okay, this is not what I came here to do. Like, I didn't come here to get a degree and then what, get a job, maybe become a physiotherapist, or maybe like continue my medicine studies. Like, I didn't really have a plan. I knew I wanted to help people, but I didn't really know how I was going to do it. So I quit. Then I joined the military. That didn't work out. I quit and I went back to school. Then I became a flight attendant. And when I became a flight attendant, I was like, okay, things are starting to come together. I'm traveling the world. This is fun. But I quickly faced the reality of what it meant to be a young professional, being told what to do, when to work, when to take vacation, when to eat, when to pee. Like, I was like, okay, I got to pee right now. That I know you can't. Like, you want me to pee my pants, like, or I was hungry, like I just wanted to go eat. No, you can't eat right now. And because we had service and stuff like that. And I was like, no, this is not my life. This is not what I'm meant to do. While I was a flight attendant, I was also building, I was introduced to network marketing. So I was building a network marketing business. And, one day I realized, okay, I don't want to work anymore. So let me hustle and grind so much that I could quit my job. And I did. I actually built one of the biggest teams in Canada. Do you know what network marketing is? Just so I have an idea, like you can put it in the chat. Basically, it's word of mouth marketing. I was selling products. And anyway, I built one of the biggest teams in Canada, and I built my income to 6 figures, and it was like awesome. But I still felt like a part of me was not completely satisfied with what I was doing. And I knew that like I was meant for bigger things. Again, that same feeling. And I was also super broke. I didn't have, like, sure, I built my business, but I was paying off a lot of debt from school, my credit cards and all this stuff. And I just knew that all I wanted to do was to be free, to help people and travel the world and just be on my own terms. So what did I do? I actually quit my job, and I decided to kind of see where this would take me. And I felt more and more dissatisfied until one day I was like, I had to admit what I wanted to do was to coach people, to like do mindset coaching. But it was terrifying because I was like, oh my gosh, no one's going to come to my master classes. No one's going to hire me. Like, I have nothing interesting to say. I'm so boring. I'm so awkward. I'm so socially awkward. Like, all the excuses, like, oh my gosh, what if I forget how to speak English? Like, all of these. And until I was like, you know what? Do the thing terrified. Just do it. And the worst case is that it doesn't work out. But what if it does work? And it did. It's been 8 months now that I officially launched my company, and we are already multi-six-figure income. We just last month we made $35,000. A month before we did $35,000 again, and it's only growing. I'm on my way to making my first million, which is absolutely insane, and it happened so quick. And the reason why it happened so quick is because number one, and write this down if you are making notes. Number one is that I got radically honest about whatever it is that I wanted. Oftentimes, you don't have what you want, or you're not living your dream life because you're not allowing yourself to want what you want. Like maybe you're stuck at a job right now and you'd rather be on the beach, but you're not allowing yourself to want that because you're like, well, that's not possible. Like, how am I going to do that? Well, if you have that mindset, you'll never get to the beach. You'll never get to the beach. You're like, you already put this like resistance energetically with your thoughts. You said, no, this is not possible. And therefore it's not going to be possible. You attract what you feel worthy of. So first it's like feeling worthiness, like really getting real and honest about whatever it is that you want. Number two, it's about having radical courage and to do it anyway, like despite the fear, despite anything that could come up, all the reasons why you shouldn't do it, you do it anyway. Another big thing that stops people from achieving what they want to do is that first, they let fear stop them. But second, they actually like don't feel worthy of this big life. They don't feel like they deserve it. And therefore they just settle for what they've been given, or they believe whatever people have been telling them about what success is. But I don't know about you, but the traditional path of success never felt right to me. Like going to school, get my degree, get a job, okay, now get good money, okay, maybe get married and maybe having kids. Like that traditional, sure, it feels exciting. But there's so much more that I want to do. Like it doesn't feel quite right. Yes, okay, I'm not the only one. There you go. Great. Amazing. So I'm so excited because, first of all, I'm so excited you're here. And I'm so excited to share my story, and I hope to inspire you to go after what you want, because that's all it is. My story is just a story of me doing it despite the fear. There's no such thing as no fear. There's always going to be fear. If you wait until fear is completely gone, you'll never do anything. Fear is actually like so exciting. Fear is the indication that you're leveling up. So whenever I feel fear, I get excited. So another big thing on your way to what you want is feeling the fear and reinventing your relationship with it and actually telling it like, oh, okay, we're leveling up, baby. I always give this analogy. It's like you're driving the car, okay? And there's like fear in the passenger seat, okay? And you're driving the car and your soul is telling you go left because the beach is to the left. And fear's like, don't go left. There's construction. It's really scary. Don't go left. And you're like, no, but like the beach is right there. Like we're going to be fine, right? But like, it's like, no, don't do it, right? Because it looks scary. You're about to drive through a sketchy neighborhood. And that's all fear is. It's just you're about to navigate into the unknown. And it's like, we're not sure. But it's up to you to tune into your heart and be like, oh, like the beach is right there. My dream is right there. This is what I want. And do it anyway. Does that make sense? Say yes in the chat box if it does. Ah, yes. Okay, great. I love that. So I'm going to ask you a question, and we're going to keep doing. So tonight's class is about quantum magic. do we know what quantum means? Put in the chat, and it's okay if you don't. If you're like, I have no idea what that is, because we're gonna talk about it tonight. Okay, I don't know why. Someone's in the wait room. Sorry. Okay. Okay. No idea, little bit. Okay, your mind's about to be blown. Okay. Once you understand what quantum is, you'll be like, holy shit, I know Alexa's secret. I know how she's doing it all with so much ease. Okay, first, we're going to talk about distinction because you're going to hear me use some language, energy, multi-dimensional. You're going to hear me use quantum magic. You're going to hear me use law of attraction, the universe, source, whatever. And I want to talk about them because that's what I'm going to use. So, okay, so I hear a little bit, no idea. Okay, great. I'm going to explain. Don't worry about it. Quantum to me is where everything happens energetically. Yes, love that. Yeah. Okay. Also, my second question is, do you believe in some sort of higher power? Say yes or no in the chat box. And it's also okay if you don't, put in the chat box. For the sake of this conversation, this next hour together, I invite you to believe in some sort of unseen force that's always working for you. And trust me, there were times in my life where I felt like there was no God or there was no universe because I felt so helpless. One time when I was 8 years old, I was literally sleeping in a storage unit. My mom, a single mom, we lost our apartment. We were in the storage unit. And I'm like trying to sleep, but I can't sleep because all I can hear is my mom crying. And in that moment, I was like, I felt so responsible for the well-being of my family. So I remember getting up. I was 8 and I just went to my mom and I was like, Mom, it's going to be okay. She's like, go back to bed. Like she was mad. Well, not mad at me, obviously, mad at this whole situation. So I went back to bed and I remember questioning this unseen force. I was like, why? Like, why is this all like, why are we in a storage unit? Every day we'd go to school, come back to the storage unit. And this is a part of my story. Sometimes it feels so surreal that this was once my life because I feel like I've attracted so much goodness and I've overcame all of this. But you know, there was a time in my life where it felt quite difficult. And I also don't talk about it too much because I don't believe that you are what happened to you. You're so much bigger than it. Whatever happened to you, you can rise above it. You know, I can talk about the abuse that I've been through. I can talk about homelessness. I can talk about my anorexia. I can talk about whatever, but that is so irrelevant for this period of my life. You have a choice right now. You've been given this present moment right now to reinvent your story. And sure, it made you who you are. It like reminded me of my strength. It reminded me of my resilience, all of it, but it didn't create it because I was born with this resilience. I was born with this strength. You don't need to struggle to build your strength. It was already there all along. And this is another misconception that a lot of people think it's like that. The struggle is necessary to get to wherever you want to go. It's not. And I speak from experience. I struggle. I struggle. I've been through it and it's not necessary. It showed me what I'm capable of, but it's not necessary. So tonight, I want us to kind of break up with the idea that we need to struggle to be successful, that it gets to be easy, because it truly does. The universe, this unseen force, this God source, whatever it is you call it, wants the best for you always, and it's always working for you. There's so much that you can't even see, you can't even comprehend that's coming up at you, that you don't even know it's coming at you. It's so wonderful. And the only reason why it's not there yet is because you're not an energetic match to it. So quantum, what's quantum? So I'm gonna do a little physics lesson. I never really liked physics, so don't worry. It's not that boring. I'm going to try to not make it boring. So humans, we created time and space to make sense of our reality. right? We are living this reality right now, and we created a time to make sense of time passing, and we created space just to make sense of it. Scientists, like quantum scientists, what they say is that in this space, if you just took the space within the space and the space within the space and the space within the space, and you just did that over and over and over and over again, there's this like emptiness, like it will never end, because there's always a space within the space. Even if it's at the atomic level, there's like this tiny space. And in the quantum world, they call it God's particle. This is where everything starts. And this is the quantum field as well. So in the quantum field, where everything starts as a vibration and then manifests into the physical reality, you get to like, everything's possible, all possibility, like nothing is possible where everything is possible. Like everything exists in that space, within the space, within the space, within the space. So you all have access to that space. Like, think about it right now. You just imagine, right? You imagine the space within the space. You imagined it in your mind, that space within the space. You have access to this quantum field where everything starts with your mind. The first time I found out about this, I was like, whoa. Can I get a whoa in the chat? Like, am I the only one like amazed at this? You have access to this quantum field. There you go. Whoa. Like, I see faces, everyone's like, what? There you go. Love this magic. Love it. Whoa. Okay. So this space within this space, you have access to this quantum field where everything starts as a vibration. Everything starts as energy. And you are no exception to this rule. You are also energy. You started off as energy. I mean, there are there are no exceptions. I'm not going to even go there. But everyone starts off we are all energies. We're made of energies. So what's energy? It's a vibration. It's the unseen. It's a thought. It's a dream. It's a desire. Everything is energy. So once you start playing the quantum field, you get to have fun. I call it quantum play because you get to play and you get to say however it is that you want it to go. Like you get to just speak it into existence. And this is the first step to manifesting anything you want. Remember at the beginning of this call, I said, you need to allow yourself to want it. This is it. Everything starts off as a vibration, right? At a quantum level, and allowing yourself to even go there is the first step to manifesting it. So I want to have fun right now. I want you to put in a chat box, like, what is it that you want? What is it that you would love to manifest? Like, if you couldn't fuck it up, you can manifest anything you want. What would you do? What kind of business for it? I would love to hear. Like, you can have it however you want it to have it. $35,000 a month. Okay, that's it. Yes, to be financially free. What does it mean to be financially free? I want you to think, when you think of what you want, I want you to think, like, what does it mean to you? What does it look like? How does it feel? Like, be super precise. What is it that you want? Okay, put it in the chat. Put it out there. This is my favorite part. I love to hear about your dreams because anything is possible. Okay, quit my job with 10K plus months. Okay, you're getting there, Sarah. I'm so excited for you. An inner healing coaching program. Oh my gosh, you're also getting there, Michelle. You just joined the energetic business school. There you go. My dreams of pursuing yoga in a possible teaching way, financial freedom, not having to work 2 jobs, 7 days a week, like I'm currently doing. Melissa says, opening, I can't even pronounce that, apothecary. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. A huge guide in creating sustainable land, living in the middle of the forest. Oh, you know, it's funny. I'm going to visit on the weekend this like amazing land in the mountains. And my boyfriend and I were thinking of like building a house there, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to live off the grid. And it's going to be a massive project. So if anyone's interested in investing with us, you can email me. Freedom to travel, make passive income, 5-figure months. Okay, we're talking lake house with a paddleboard. Paddleboard is so hard. I tried. I couldn't stay up. This is amazing. I'm so excited for you, Jenny. Host holistic self-development retreats and own my own holistic self-love center. Jessica, we can talk because we're gonna build a center here in Colombia. So you're welcome to host your retreats here to be able to design my day, because I am a kids life coach and choose who I want to work with and when. Through my business, I'm also helping children realize their worth and what they are capable of in the future. I love that so much for you. This is amazing. Amazing work. Get to the point where I cannot worry about money or being alone. Okay, I love this so much. And I think we're going to talk about this tonight. The whole worry about money, because I've been there. I've been there and it sucks. And I can teach you how to get out of this energy. Not exactly rich, but not stressed about money, being flexible right now. 10K months, herbal business, love it. Being with my life partner, fully launched my holistic wellness coaching business. There you go. I love this so much. So many ideas, can't pick one. Okay, well, you are allowed to dream all you want. Keep them coming. I love this so much. Be spontaneous, travel the world, courage to retire next year. There you go. I want to travel, success as a mindset coach, oceanside villa, retreats for women, 500K a year minimum, live around the world as a digital nomad, being an actress. Good for you. Free from rejection. Yes. Okay, remote work, figure out a business to start, freedom. I love this so much. Keep them coming. Keep them coming, because anything you want is valid. Rebuilding the gay village with the best resources for mental health. Love this so much. It's amazing. Good for you. Let's see if I missed a couple here. Keep them coming. I love to read them. Amazing. These are all amazing desires. I just have to say, oh, you know, this is another thing, is like, if you're here, it's because you are capable of so much more than you ever thought you were capable of. And if you're here, it's because you had this like little thing in you that told you, okay, more responsible, and I'm ready for it. And it doesn't matter if you don't know how, it's all going to come together for you. You don't need to know the how. What you need to know is the why, and allow that to fuel you. Because when you know the why of why you do what you do, or why you're here, or like even like why you want it, allowing yourself to want it, that is enough. Because from that moment on a quantum level, you've basically put an order out there to the universe, and the universe is like, all right, we're gonna make this happen for you. And from there, it's about becoming an energetic match to it, and then sitting back and relaxing. I don't believe in hard work. I don't believe in the grind. I believe that everything gets to be easy. But first, it starts with you. It starts with allowing it in. It starts with feeling worthy. It starts with knowing that you deserve it. Because I want it good enough. Why? Of course. Because I want to is a complete sentence. Or because I don't want to. You know, if someone asks you, you want to do this? Nope, I don't want to. Being unapologetic about your desires and what you want and why you want it. You don't need a reason energetically. That's good enough of a reason. Okay, so I want you to think of your desire, your dream, whatever it is you put out there. And I want you to think on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being like, of course, this is possible for me. This is like my destiny, or I'm just about to make it happen, whatever, it's already mine. And being a 10, that if it was to happen, you'd be like, holy fucking shit, I cannot believe this is happening, like $10,000 or 500K, whatever, like living on a villa, whatever it is that it was for you. On a scale from 0 to 10, what's your energetic attachment to that dream? And be honest, like if you're a 10 right now, it's okay. If it feels so like, I cannot believe that I did this. Like if it was to happen today, you'd be like shocked. Or 0, you're like, of course it happened. Like, look at me. Of course it happened. Be honest, just put it out there. 12, Andy, a 12. Okay. I love your honesty, Andy. Definitely a 10, 10, 3. Okay. 10, 3. Think like an 8. And I don't mean to put you on the spot, Tara, but if you were to like think of that dream a year ago, how much would you rate it? Because you've grown so much. We've been working together one-on-one the last year, and it's been amazing witnessing your expansion.
I missed the beginning of what you said there.
Oh, I said if you like a year ago, because you rated your thing a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for muting yourself. That's amazing.
Oh.
So you rated a 3, but if it was a year ago, think of a year ago, how much would you?
Oh my God, like 15. Like beyond. Yeah.
She just said $10,000 a month. She's like, she just launched her program. She has an amazing 12-week program that starts mid-August. Tara is an incredible coach. I recommend you check out her stuff. It's amazing. Okay, take an 8, 3, Carmen says. 5, 8. Okay, great. 10. Okay, 8, 4, 4, 21. Christy, I love your honesty and it's valid. 7, 4, 10 seems impossible. Yes, 10 is like impossible. Some people are saying 12, some people are saying 20. So it's like very impossible, so far-fetched. 9. Okay. Right, Des? Living off the grid, I think that's where the world is going. There's a massive awakening. Who else feels it? I feel so hopeful for humanity and the collective. And if you don't feel hopeful, it's fine too. I have moments where I feel like it's going to shit, but I have a feeling deep down that it's all coming together. Yes, okay, I'm not the only one. Great. Okay, the reason why I ask where you're at energetically is because right now you get to have an indication, like a clear measurement of how close you are energetically to that goal. Because remember, we talked about the quantum field. We talked about how everything is energy. We talked about how everything starts off as a vibration. So in order for you to become a magnet, that it comes to you so easy, you're like, no big deal. Of course I made $10,000. Like, that's just who I am. In order for you to be there, you gotta be an energetic match to it. So how do you do that? Like if you're feeling at 21 right now, how do you do that? How do you become an energetic match? Or even if you're a 3, there's still energetic resistance between you and the goal. So what we do is we ask ourselves, what are the reasons right now that make me think that I cannot actually live this life, that I cannot achieve this dream, that I cannot manifest this desire? Like, what are the reasons? You'd be surprised at what comes up. Like right now, my big thing is manifesting 100K months. Okay, so I did this exercise. I'm like, what makes me think that I cannot manifest 100K months? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna have to launch like a billion things, like a billion new programs, take on a lot of people. And that was I'm gonna have to work hard. Like that's the opposite of what I preach. But for some reason, the old program came to the surface. Or when I used to have a job that I really wanted to quit, my thing was, but how am I gonna make money? Like if I quit my job, I'm not gonna have money. I need money to live, right? Or when I was, in the beginning stage with my boyfriend and we're in love and I'm just like pushing him away. Like every time he's like, you're gorgeous, I'm like, you probably just want to sleep with me. Like I literally was like pushing him away constantly. I was like, I know I'm pretty, but you probably just want to sleep with me. You just want to get in my pants. That was my limiting belief. All guys just want to sleep with me. Yeah, the fears I want to talk. So what is the thing right now? What is the thing that is standing in the way energetically? What's the fear? What's the doubt? And you don't have to say all of them in the chat because you probably will write an essay. We all have like a lot of things. One time I did this exercise, I was like literally raging at the end. I was like writing like so like irrelevant reasons. I'm like, I can't be a coach because I have fat on my stomach. I'm like, how's that relevant? Like it's not even coherent. I'm not even trying to be coherent, but that's what the ego is. It doesn't make sense. Your ego doesn't make sense, but it's going to try to find all the reasons why you can't do it. So I want you to just put it out there in the chat. Don't put all of them because I know we're going to stay here forever. I know we can all find an extra reason why we can't quit the job, but just like the main thing right now. What's the main thing right now that you feel is stopping you from getting to where you want to be? Okay, the fear that I want to attract people. I feel like there isn't enough clients for what I want to do. What do you mean, Liana? There's like millions of children in the world. I love you. And it's so funny because we don't see it when it's us, but when we see it for someone else, like it's so easy to see. But I feel you so much because I've been there before. I felt like no one would ever buy my services. No one would ever show up to my classes. I've been there before. Still feels similar. Same guy, 13 years. There you go. There you go. You're like, you just want to get in my pants. Like, okay, we've been together for 13 years. Like, that's not, that's not what it is. Failure, rejection. People don't trust my guidance, so not enough to pay for it. Failure, being alone, uncertainty, not having enough confidence. Fear of success and change that comes with it. So weird. It's not weird. This is a big thing. I was so scared of my own success. Like I was not even, when I first started my business, I was not even afraid of it not working. I was afraid of it working. I'm like, what if it does work? What if I make $1 million? Then what? No, seriously, like we don't think of that, but like it freaks me out. I was like, okay. And like growing up, my mom would always like whisper whenever she'd see someone wealthy, she'd be like, they have a lot of money. I was like, I didn't really understand, but she would always whisper for some reason, like, or like they have a lot of money, like that's why they're annoying, or that's why they're arrogant, or like she would always associate the like wealthy with that's why they're annoying, or like whatever it is. Like she associated the rich with something bad. And I never really realized until I started making money. Like I didn't even, like still to this day, I still feel hesitant sometimes to talk about how much money I make with my mom because of that reason. So it's not weird that you feel this fear of success, because oftentimes it's not the fear of failing that stops us, it's the fear of our own light, the fear of how powerful we actually are. That scares the crap out of us. It's like, holy fucking shit, I can actually make this work. And we stop ourselves. I don't have fear, but my roadblock is that I focus on my amazing kiddos over me. So that is resistance because you're focusing on someone else over you. But there's an amazing way to look at this. It's like by focusing on you, also focus on your kids, right? Because you get to be the absolute best version of mother they can have. And I'm not a mom, but I know it's just from experience working with moms, and my own mom is like, when you take care of you, the biggest gift you can offer to them. Rejection, lack of discipline, the uncertainty. I want to say thank you so much for being honest here and sharing all of your fears with me. I don't take this for granted, and it takes so much courage. Like seriously, it takes so much courage to just go out there and say, I fear rejection, you know, like that's a big deal. So I want to like applaud you and thank you, because this is a first step to change. This is like getting real and honest about where we're at. This is the first step. Because if you're in denial, you can't change. If you're like, no, I don't struggle with that. It's like, okay, well, have fun staying stuck, you know? But if you are honest and real about where you're at, this is the first step. A problem well stated is a problem half solved. I was trying to think of the quote there. It's not my quote, but it's a quote that I've heard from a mentor once, and it kind of changed my life, because then it was like, okay, I can like state the problem, then it's half solved. I just find a solution. Your brain is actually made to find solutions. So let me just like mute. Oh, just so we don't have background noise. Yeah, so your brain is like made to find solutions at all times. So if you find a problem, if you find whatever it is you're struggling with, you can always find a solution. So the reason why I get you to do this, I'm going to read a few more. People won't see my offers, buy my courses, takes hard work to have money, consistent alignment, lack of discipline, consistency, time management. People joining my course and hating it, definitely uncertainty. There you go. Excuse me, I'm so scared of my own success. Biggest thing, yes, okay, so many relate. Thank you for being real and honest. I fear clients judging me or being resentful if I'm celebrating how much I make. Like they'll say I'm charging too much. I feel you. I felt this too. But I want you to think, how is it that you want to live your life? Like really, like think about it. Do you want to be surrounded with people who celebrate you when you celebrate yourself? Or do you want to be around people who judge you when you celebrate yourself? And I know you already know the answer, but I'm asking you just so that you can focus on it. And then you can start taking the steps to making that a reality. What's within your power right now? So like take whatever it is that you stated, all of you, whatever it is you stated was the main resistance. I want you to disprove it, like literally find the opposite that's true, just like I did with Leanna. There are millions of kids on this planet. There's people to help, right? So I want you to disprove it, reframe it, and put it back in the chat right now. Whatever it is that you want to believe, put in the chat. It may feel weird. It may feel like a lie right now. I love making money. It feels weird right now. Or I love putting myself out there. It may feel like a lie right now, but I want you to put it out there. Just put it in the chat. There are hundreds of kids. There are millions of kids, Leanna. Millions. Put in the chat. Reframe it. Put in the chat. Yes, millions. There you go. There you go. Acceptance, discipline, align. Kulia, what about acceptance? Do you want to accept yourself? Do you want to accept others? I accept myself fully and unapologetically. Does that feel right? Someone would be so lucky to have me. Oh, of course, Danielle. Someone would be so lucky. There's this epic romance awaiting for you. And I can't wait for you to experience it. I will have clients come to me. Clients come to you. Write it as if it's already happening. For anyone who's writing it right now, just put it as if it's already happening. Clients come to you. You have so much to offer. Yes. Qualified to hold space for anyone wanting to dive deep, go deep healing. Yes, I have the self-confidence to guide them along the way. Yay! Okay, this fires me up. This is the part where I might cry, guys. There are thousands of people who trust my guides because this is your truth. This is your truth. I'm proud of myself. Discipline flourished from it. Someone would be lucky. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I love putting myself out there for my queens to find me. Everyone who has taken my course, love them and refers even more people to work with me. I make over $10,000 a month. And how does it feel, Jessica, to make $10,000 a month? Clients come to me easily. I'm helping thousands of women. Yes, yes, yes. Put it out there. Put as if it's already happening. So while you're thinking about how you want, and I encourage, like, if you haven't participated yet, I encourage you to just do it, because this is the work. It's not enough to just come on the masterclass and just listen, get motivated, and then get back to your regular life. This is the work. Facing your inner shit is the work. And this is why most people don't live their dream life, because they're not willing to face the uncomfortableness. It's quite uncomfortableness to deal with this. It's also like most people are not willing to handle this type of fear. They'd rather stay comfortable and complain and, unhappy, settling. They'd rather be there. So if you're scared right now, if your heart is beating, you're like, oh my God, I'm about to write something, just know it's normal, because most people won't even do this. So give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing what most people won't do so that you can have what most people don't have. Yay! I'm free to live my dreams. I quit my 9-to-5, abundantly wealthy and happy, making $333K a month. I love 333. Yay! Amazing. Okay, so your new reframe might feel weird right now. Your new reframe might feel off right now because it's not you. Maybe your new reframe feels like a 10 energetically. You're like, I feel so disconnected with it. This is normal. The idea is to keep repeating it to yourself until it becomes truth. And it's going to feel so weird. You're going to feel like you're lying to yourself. But I tell you what, you're not lying to yourself, because if it wasn't true, if it wasn't meant for you, you wouldn't have said it. The reason, like I call it like my unconsciousness door bitch. Like there's this door bitch who's standing, he's like, we're not gonna make 10K because look at your debt right now. Or look at all these men who hurt you in the past. There's no way you're gonna find a man that actually loves you. Everyone wants to sleep with you. That's the little door bitch, okay? But your soul, this deeper part of you, already knows this is meant for you, or you wouldn't have said it. So whenever these doubts get loud, I want you to repeat, like I want you to drop everything, reframe, and then repeat this new statement as if it was already true. And then from there, ask yourself this question, and you can write this down as well. If I already did believe this, how would I show up? If I already did believe that I'm quitting my 9-to-5 and I'm abundantly wealthy and happy and I'm making $333,000 a month, how would I show up? If I already did believe that I was free to live my dreams, how would I show up? If I already did believe that I have all the times I need to pursue and master everything that I want to pursue, how would I show up? If I already did believe that I was making $10,000 a month, how would I show up? If I already did believe that I'm helping thousands of women, how would I show up? And it can be red bottoms on, yes. Yeah, it can be small. It doesn't have to be big. Because of course, if you're making like millions of dollars right now, you can go and book yourself like a villa for $10,000 a night. It's no biggie. But right now, it wouldn't really be smart to do that. Like, don't put yourself in financial trouble because you're like, I'm already there. No, like, it's like, it needs a little bit of time to catch up to your reality. But what I want you to do is that take this vibration and imagine how would it feel to be there already. If I was already making a $10,000 a month, how would I feel when I look at my bank account? Would I avoid looking at my bank account, or would I face my shit and look at my bank account? Right? And opening it, like log in the app. And even if it's negative 300 right now, because it's overdraft fee, be thankful, because soon there's gonna be $10,000 in there. I've been there too many times. Overdraft fee, it's $300 for my bank. Been there. I'd give and donate more. Do you donate right now? Like, what can you do right now to get closer to where you want to be? Start small. You can donate $1. Like, find some place to donate. Start donating $1. I would still look at my expense view response. There you go. Yes. I'm like the worst for like budgeting, and I'll be the first to admit it. I'll tell you guys a story. It's so funny. And I want you to be unreasonable with this as well. Like, how would you show up? How would you act? How would you speak? Would you have fresh flowers all the time in your house? Like, that is an inexpensive way to start stepping into this new vibration. Would you start looking at houses instead of thinking it's so far-fetched you're not going to bother looking at them? Would you go for a test drive for your dream car? Would you start doing research on how, like, manufacturers, how to launch your clothing line if your dream is to launch a clothing line? Would you put yourself out there and make yourself feel pretty and put yourself out there, meeting people, saying hi to guys that you, or girls that you feel like you're attracted to? How would you show up? And doing it, taking it one step at a time, doing what's within your power right now. Because there is so much that's within your power. Oftentimes you underestimate yourself, you underestimate your power. There is pure potentiality within you. Nothing is impossible, but the idea within your mind right now that it is impossible, that's the only thing stopping you. Same if you're telling yourself you're stuck, you're not stuck. You're telling yourself you're stuck, therefore you're stuck. You're acting stuck. You're showing up stuck. I used to tell myself I was socially awkward. Therefore, I showed up socially awkward. So when I was like, how are you? I'm like, good, you? They're like, good. And I'm like, all right. And then I'm like, so how are you? I'm like, oh my God, I'm so awkward. That used to be me. Or someone like wave at someone behind me and I'm like, and they're like, oh shit, they were waving at the person behind me. Awkward. Oh my gosh, I'm so awkward. Yeah, that used to be me. My heart is beating so loud right now. Why, Ray? What's up? What's going on? Tell us, tell me. I would definitely show up 10 times bigger. There you go. So what can you do to start showing up 10 times bigger? What's the first step? Like, can you do one time bigger? And then 2 times bigger? It doesn't have to be this big jump. It can be like the little thing. What's within your power right now? And realizing that anything that you think right now about yourself is just an outdated idea about yourself. It's not the truth. It's no longer you. It's who you used to be, but it doesn't have to be who you are right now. Realizing that you are free to choose and think and become and do whatever it is that you want. You are so free, my friend. It's ridiculous how free you are. And you get to choose. And sure, the fears may get very loud and you may have like so many beliefs right now that you're like, I can't do this. Write them down. All my clients, what I get them to do is like they keep what we call a junk journal. And you can do this too. Like, you basically have a journal where you write all of your junk beliefs. I can't do this because X, Y, Z. And you write them all down. And don't judge yourself if you write 10 pages. The first time I did this, I probably wrote 25 pages why I couldn't quit my job. And then I looked at all of it and I'm like, how can I disprove this? How can I find the opposite to be true? Like, I can't quit my job because I don't have any more money coming in. So how can I disprove this? Like, how can I have money coming in? And start looking at it with this lens instead of, well, this, or instead of just accepting it as ultimate truth. Does that make sense? Don't believe everything you think, in other words. The only reason why you believe these things is because your ego's trying to protect you from jumping into the unknown. It's trying to make you hold on to who you are. But who you are is just an illusion. It's not the truth. It's not the reality. It's not set in stone. You can change. When I used to struggle with anorexia, and when I started, my road to recovery, I did this exercise, like, how would I show up right now if I was already healed? And it was so emotional. The process was so emotional. And like, by the way, if you do this process, it's normal to feel emotional because there's a part of you that's going to die. Like, I'm no longer anorexic. So how am I going to show up now? So when I had these urges to starve myself, then I would act like I'm already healed. I would find another way to cope with whatever pain I was dealing with at the moment. I would grab a snack. I would literally force myself to eat. I would show up like the person that I wanted to be. I get that this is an extreme example, but this can apply to absolutely anything. How would you show up if you already did believe that you were where you want to be? Not attaching yourself to who you are in this moment. Realizing that you have the power to make a new choice, a new decision, and move forward in the direction of your dreams. So if it's $10,000 right now, you want to make $10,000, you want to quit your job, whatever it is, ask yourself, like, how can I make this work? What could I do? Or if I could do it the way I want it, my dreamiest way, how would I do it? I asked one of my student in the Prosperity Portal, which is a money mindset course that I run every once in a while. I asked them, like, if you could do anything, what would you do? And one of them, Andy, she said, I would like travel the world and vlog and get paid for it. And then the next day she manifested a contest that was looking for a vlog. And it was like, mind blown moment because she attracted that. She allowed herself to want it and therefore she attracted it. Now, she didn't win the contest, which is irrelevant. What she learned was so powerful is that she can attract whatever it is that she can want. Like, she manifested it and now she can just do it on her own. Nothing stops her from doing it on her own. But this is so powerful. It's allowing yourself to want it and then doing what's within your power right now. Not being attached to who you are right now and realizing that you can always change. You can always make a new decision. You can always become a new you. And if you've been broke all your life, you can start making a lot of money now, starting now. Because your reality right now is old news. Your reality, like, I call it old news all the time. Like, your reality is the result of thoughts you had and manifest into your reality. And therefore, your reality is just old news. It's thoughts you thought previously. So if you want to create a new reality, the future, you got to think new thoughts right now and create your new reality. So a lot of times people are like, well, be realistic. I'm like, no, because my reality is the result of thoughts I had like 3 years ago. I'm not even that same person anymore. If you're broke right now, it's the result of past decisions. It's not who you are right now. So stop holding on to who you used to be. You're no longer this person. You're no longer this person. Remind yourself it is safe to want new things. It is safe to pursue new things. It is safe to become a new me. Remind yourself and then move forward with bold courage. Does that make sense? I really, put yes in the chat box if it does. I really realized this when I was in an amazing plant medicine ceremony called ayahuasca. Anybody here have done ayahuasca or sat with the medicine or have done any other medicines? I would love to hear in the chat. And if you don't know what ayahuasca is, please put it in the chat. I could talk about it all night. It's going to be for another conversation. No, but sound interesting. I want to, been so interested. There you go. Okay. It scares me. It's not scary. 9 times. Okay, great, awesome. Anyway, I'll tell you a quick story. My last experience with ayahuasca. So basically, ayahuasca is an Amazonian root that you can brew it and you drink it, and it gives you this amazing experience. It's like 8 to 9 hours where you destroy your ego and you get to face the truth of what you are. And yes, a lot of people are scared to face the truth of what they are, because oftentimes we distract ourselves right now. Like maybe right now you distract yourself. Like my thing used to be food. I used to distract myself with food. I used to distract myself with weed. I used to distract myself with a whole bunch of things, and not really facing the truth of what I wanted, and not really facing what I wanted in life, not really honoring what I wanted in life. So ayahuasca, my last experience with ayahuasca, it was very humbling. I've done ayahuasca maybe 8, 9 times, but the last one was so humbling because she reminded me that who I am right now is not necessarily who I am right now. In other words, ayahuasca, when I started my journey, and the hallucination or like can get really intense, but I was in it, and ayahuasca asked me, who are you? Like, who are you, Alexa? And I was like, I'm Alexa, and I'm Canadian, and I'm a coach. And she's like, I didn't ask you your name or what you do. Who are you? I was like, okay, well, I don't know. I come from poverty, and now I make a lot of money. I help women achieve their own potential. Like I didn't really know what to say. I was like, okay. And it was like, no, I didn't ask you that. Like, well, who are you? And I started like panicking. And I was just me, like just sitting with myself, with my thoughts, but I started panicking. Because if I'm not my age, if I'm not where I'm from, if I'm not what I do, if I'm not my name, who the fuck am I? I was like, I'm nothing. Like, I was tripping, if you know what I mean. Like, I had these like mind fuck moment that if I'm not that, then who am I? And you don't even need to be with ayahuasca right now to kind of have this mind blown moment. Who am I if I'm not any of this shit? And it was scary. And it was like an acceptance that I was nothing. And then I had this other realization that I'm going to share with you, is that if we are nothing right now, you're not your story, you're not your age, you're not your name, you're not any of that, you still are something. You still exist. So who are you? And part of our journey here on this earth is the remembering of who we are, letting go of all the shit that isn't really us, so that we can start stepping into who we came here to be. And that is scary as fuck. And it is difficult, and it is hard, and it is, you're gonna have meltdowns, but that's what we came here for. And that's why I asked you today, if you could do anything, what would you do? Because that is your truth. Not your job, not your toxic relationship if you have one. I've been there before. Or not your obligations that you don't even want to be in. Not the friends that you don't even want to hang out with. You're none of that. You get to choose. You get to tune into your heart and ask yourself, what is that I want? Not what society wants me to want, not what my parents want me to want, not what I think I should want, but really, deep down, what is it that I want? And remember at the beginning of this call, it's about radical honesty about what you want. And then number 2, radical courage, bold action towards whatever it is that you want. And it doesn't have to be big. It can be a tiny step. But on a vibrational level, it means everything. Because on a vibrational level, you decided, I'm gonna be who I'm meant to be. I'm gonna be who I came here to be, no matter how unreasonable it is. And therefore, I'm gonna achieve it. When I was 2 years ago, no, it's a little less than 2 years ago, I was like really bad place financially. And I had like so many credit cards maxed out. And then I went in an office with like a financial advisor, and they were helping me making like a budget and a plan to get back on track. And they said, how much do you expect to make like in the next year? And if you look at the paper, like if you look at numbers on paper, it was maybe like $20,000 to $25,000. Guess how much I said? Put in the chat if you want to guess. Play with me. Guess how much I said? Guy laughed in my face. Yeah, I said $300,000. I laughed so hard because the guy like laughed. Like he was like, he probably thought I didn't take this seriously. And I was like, you don't understand. You don't understand. Like I'm finally starting to like own my truth. I'm gonna like come out as a coach. I'm gonna start to coach now, and I'm gonna launch my company. And like I know it. It's gonna be so successful. Like I promise you, I'll pay this debt by next year. And the guy was like, okay, well, let's be realistic here and look at the real numbers. And like, how much can you pay? I could only pay like $100 a month for my debt. Like that's how much, how little income was coming in. So that's what I did. I mean, I started with the 100. Like, what can you do? What's within your power right now? I faced my shit, faced my finances, and I ignored them for a while. I faced them. I started like moving towards debt free, even if it's $100 a month, whatever. And then whenever I had more money to put towards that, I did. And I paid it all off a couple months ago. And nothing changed. I'm still the same person. And I say this all the time because we think that it's going to solve all of our problems. We think when we're debt free, it's going to be like, oh, sunshine and rainbows. Nope. It's the same thing. You're the same person. Nothing changed. The only thing that changed was I became a vibrational match for more money in my life. And now I feel worthy of my desires. I feel worthy of being a coach. So the energy shifted. And that's what quantum magic is about. Oh my gosh, I'm just looking at the time. We're a little over. Thanks for staying with me and hanging out with me. I get that it's late for some of you. We're almost done. But this is what quantum magic is about. It's about tuning into your unlimited potentiality within you, allowing yourself to want what you want, and having the bold courage to go for it. Does that resonate? Put in a yes in the chat if this resonates with you. So I'm all about holding you accountable for whatever it is you're looking to create, because with me, nothing is off limits. So I would love to hear an action, I can't even say it right now. One action that you're committed to taking this week, this month, to get closer to whatever it is you're looking to create. One big, bold move. I call it BBM. So what's your BBM? Big, bold move. What are you committed to doing this next week, this next month, is going to get you closer to where you want to be? So maybe it's about admitting your feelings to someone who wants to be, that you want to be with. Maybe it's taking the steps into, yes, making business plans. There you go. Focusing on the one thing that you want to do. Start to focus on what is it that I want to create. And another big thing that I want to mention, that it's worth mentioning, is that Once you start taking the steps, you will feel uncomfortable because your body must adjust. It's like you're not in an energetic match right now, so your body's going to feel a little bit weird. So it takes time for yourselves to adjust. Stay in that uncomfortableness. Stay in that uncomfortableness and remind yourself that you're safe. Remind yourself that you're safe, because your ego is going to remind you of all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. But deep down, you know this is meant for you. So remind yourself, I am safe. It is safe for me to do this. It's safe for me to go live on my social media. It's safe for me to go on my story. It's safe for me to want what I want. It's safe for me to talk to the girl or the guy that I like. It's safe for me to do it. Remind yourself over and over and over again. The brain works with repetition. The brain learns with repetition. It learns in two ways, actually. It learns with, number one, traumas, but we don't necessarily want to rely on traumas. So the number two is consistency and repetition. So if you repeat and stay consistent and disciplined with the thoughts, with the new affirmation, with your new truth that you want to embody, then it's just a matter of holding on to it until it manifests into your physical reality. Being willing to holding on to it. And believe in the unseen, baby, because it will take time. Things don't just come, right? First, it comes on a vibrational level and then it comes physically. I love that. Put your action steps in the chat. I love it. I'm going to read some of them. Okay, so we're a little over. I would love to hear some of your questions. If you have any questions, I'm going to answer a few before I go. I would love to hear your main takeaways as well. What was the main takeaway tonight? This is my favorite part. If, put your takeaways, even like if you want to share on your socials as well, like the ripple effect. I really do believe in the ripple effect. So whatever you learn here, teach it to the world. The world needs it. Put it in the chat. Okay. So while you're putting your questions, your takeaways, all of it, I'm going to share a couple of announcements before we go as well. So number one, there's a lot of things that are happening. Lots of things that are happening in the business. Number one is I have a couple masterminds that are opening for enrollments next September. So, well, actually they're opening right now, but we are going to start in September. So the first one is the Energetic Business School. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably heard about it before. The Energetic Business School is a program for ambitious women who are looking to launch their own coaching programs. So everything that I've learned, the thousands of dollars that I've invested in my own coaching, mentorship, in my own journey, the trial and errors, I put it all, package it all in a 4-month mentorship, and I'm going to teach you exactly what to do to go from nothing to having your own program. And we're going to all launch in the new year together. So this is starting next September and I have 3 spots left. So if you want to apply to that, you can go on my Instagram, and I'm just going to put my handle in case you don't have it. You can go on my Instagram, just go in my bio. The link to apply is there. And then my team's going to get in touch and we can give you all the details. Number 2 is the Align Collective is opening up for enrollments as well. We are starting, sorry, I'm admitting someone to the class. Hi, Andrea. We are finishing up. I'm so happy you're here. So the Align Collective is a 3-month mastermind with me. So if you really love this content here, you're going to love the Align Collective. It's a 3-month mastermind with me, 12 weeks where you get to be with 14 other women. We grow, expand together. We dive deep into our limitations or resistance, and we reframe it all, and we start stepping into our light and step into who we came here to be. It's incredible. It's emotional. It's fast. The expansion, it happens so quick because it's 3 months. And you know, the biggest thing is the accountability piece, because like you can do this work on your own, but it might take you like 10 years, or it may take you a while, right? But when you have accountability, that's the main thing for me. Like investing in mentorship is what catapulted my growth 100%. So the Align Collective is a mindset course. So the energetic business is more a business mindset course. Yes, if you have any questions about it, you can always go and email me. I'm going to put my email as well. But both applications are on my Instagram, so you can go and apply. Like I said, we already have people who signed up. I think there's 4 already who took their spots. There's 11 spots left. If you already know you want to be a part of it, don't wait, just go and apply. It's going to sell out as soon as I announce it on my Instagram. Usually in a few days, the spots are gone. So if you already know that you want in, you can go and apply. And right now I have an early bird rate until I officially launch. So you're going to save quite a bit if you sign up right now. Great. Okay. And if you've done, Rain already done the Align Collective. If you've done the Align Collective, I would love for you to put in a chat like how it's changed your life. And I know there's a couple of you who already committed to Energetic Business School. I'm so excited. Okay, great. So I'm going to read your questions now, and then we're going to go off. And this is your opportunity. Like, I don't do coaching for free normally. This is very rare. So if you have anything that you want to ask me, it doesn't have to be related to the masterclass. It can be anything. Just put it out there. Okay, I'm going to put to become a mindset. Did you have to take any certifications for that or go to school for it? Samantha asked. No, you don't need anything. Like, you get to do it however you want to do it. I don't believe in a schooling system. So I'm not one to take certifications for things. It does help, but you don't need to start. Like when I started my mindset coaching, I didn't even have a certification. Now I do have it, but it makes absolutely no difference. Like I have no one who asks me, what are you certified in? No. It's more like you embodying what you preach and what you teach. And from that, let that do the teaching. Because you wouldn't hire someone who says, yeah, you can do anything, and they're still like stuck in their misery, like that doesn't really work. Does that make sense? But if you want to have the education, of course, have it. There's so many beautiful certifications out there. Do you have a routine to help your soul elevate, take back your power? I love to work with plant medicines. So I use something called hape, and hape is like a tobacco snuff that I use to ground myself, but you don't necessarily need plant medicine to ground yourself. You can just meditate. I love breath work. So even like just sitting, putting a timer on, and a great way to calm your nervous system is actually taking 2 breaths in, and you hold for 1, and then you do 4 counts out, and you take a break. So it's called the 2-1-4-1. So you do 1, 2, hold, then 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, hold, then 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you breathe in less than you breathe out, so you breathe out more, you actually calm your nervous system. So you can literally put a timer for a minute in your phone. I do this every day, or whenever I feel like my energy is like unsettling, I just like take a moment. I do the 2-1-4-1, and then it calms me right away. And when you actually calm your nervous system, you calm the fight or flight response, and you get to vibrationally, you get to be a match for your desires. You get back to your essence, and that's how you become a magnet for things to come into your life. If you're stressed out and worried and angry and irritable, not that there's anything wrong with that. These are human emotions. Trust me, I feel irritable sometimes. Ask my boyfriend. I'm so sassy with him sometimes. God bless him. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but like just learning, having that self-awareness to get back into your body, because that's not your essence is not to be an angry bitch all the time. You're not meant to like I don't believe that. Okay, another big thing is that I don't take myself seriously. I'm so human, and that's what you're gonna find from working with me and doing these things, these classes. Okay, I have a question. I'm applying for jobs that I want. I have like 40 applications out there. I have made it to the next step for some. Good for you. But I'm now playing the waiting game. So that is out of my power. I can't move out right now because of money. So that is out of my power. I don't feel comfortable going on dates because I'm not in my career that I want and I'm at home. So I'm not sure what is in my power. Thank you for sharing that. And there's so much within your power. There's so much. I don't believe anything that you said. And I say this with so much love. The reason why I don't believe it is that I know so many people who have their love of their lives. They're dating the love of their lives and they're not in the career they want. So right away, I know this isn't true. I know so many people who are madly in love and they're not doing what they want to do. So I know this isn't true. The other thing is how you take back your power is owning your vibration, owning your energy. So right now, instead of saying this is out of my power, start focusing on the things that are within your power. Maybe you can't like make them hire you. Like you can't just call them like, hello, I need an offer right now. I'm waiting. But you can focus on, if I already did believe that I was getting an offer, how would I show up? I would be calm, relaxed, and have fun, go out with my friends. Does that make sense? It's the same question we've asked ourselves earlier. If I already did believe this, how would I show up? Takeaway, who are you? It's an illusion. Yes. When are your next class and how do we sign up? I don't know when it's going to be my next class, but if you want to be part of my containers, the best thing would be the Align Collective, the same similar coaching. We dive deep and we have a course, you have your own portal. And then we have calls like this, but it's like a smaller container and we dive deep. I coach you every week. Allow myself to want what I really want. So excited for Energetic Business School. Yay! Des leaped and she's doing it. I'm so excited for her. I love not being attached to your current reality, focusing on where you are now, but focusing on where you can be and believing it no matter how delusional it can seem. Yes, I want you to be like, almost feel like you're a lunatic. You're like, I'm a lunatic for even thinking this is possible. Like, I want you to have this level of like, holy shit, I'm doing this. Oh, okay. Sama, what is your TikTok? Love to support you. There you go. I love this. You have a routine. I already answered this. I did TAC. You helped me find the courage to quit my toxic job, start my coaching business. Rain, I'm so happy. It was amazing having you part of TAC. Yes, I agree. I got a certificate, didn't make me any more successful. Still am where I am because I still got a lot of internal work to do. And that's the thing with anything, it's the work is internal more than it is external. And that's why I always say you don't need to work hard to be successful. Maybe you need to work hard within, but not really external work. Because I don't work a lot. I work maybe 8 to 10 hours a week. And I was doing the math the other day, like $35,000 a month. That's like almost $1,000 an hour. I used to work for $30 an hour as a flight attendant. To me, that's crazy. I'm no longer an energetic match for $30 an hour. To me, I'm like, how did I do that? But this is what society teaches us to be okay with. It's okay to work for $30 a month, $30 an hour. It's okay to work for that. It's crazy to get paid $1,000 an hour, but it's not. It really isn't. I'm doing it now. It's really isn't. Thank you so much. Great. Hello, can we have access to replay? Yes, I'm gonna send a replay. 2141. Yes, how to overcome lack of self-esteem. How do this work that we've talked about today, really digging deep into these limiting beliefs, these stories you're telling yourself and facing them, Sophie, and realizing that these stories are not you. And start focusing on the things that you love about yourself. And it can be anything. It can be your eyebrows right now. It can be your knees. I don't care what it is. Start focusing on what you love. Start focusing on what you love and taking it one step by step and see how that goes. Self-love is a lifelong journey. It's not like, oh, I love everything about myself. I don't think, I mean, it's so possible to get there, but there's always a new level. There's a saying that says new level, new devils. Like there's always a new devil whenever you get to that next level. So commit, be consistent and disciplined, and you will find that the more you do this work, the more you commit to your inner desires, your inner dreams, the more your sense of worthiness will improve because you're actually honoring the truth of what you are. But it's when you actually don't honor it that you start feeling disconnected with yourself and that you start hating yourself because you're like, what am I doing with my life? I'm not doing what I'm meant to do. The pain of untapped potential. Thank you so much for hosting this class. Yay! You're welcome. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. My IG is, yes, CACE29. Love to follow you. Who are some of the coaches, mentors you look up to, have inspired you? Jessica asks. So one of my coaches right now that I'm working with is Haley Carr. I forgot her last name. Charisse. I'm doing one of. I'm gonna like write it on my Instagram. I forgot her last name. Charisse is one of the mentors I'm working with. Peter Kelly. Absolutely love her work. Amélie Noiser is one that I've worked with for a long time. And my biggest, a lot of times people ask me like, how do I find mentors that align with me? And the answer is like, there is no one mentor for everyone. It's an energetic thing. If you feel energetically aligned with someone, like run with them. Or if you feel like you're energetically aligned and they are actually doing the things that you want to do, hire them. Like, don't try to figure it all out on your own. Mentorship will actually get you to where you want to be so much faster. So much faster. This is why I created the Energetic Business School. It's like, why would I just keep all this information for myself? Like, I've done the trial and error for a long time. Now I'm putting it all together, and anyone who chooses to sign up, they're going to do it and they're going to launch their own programs with all the tools. So it's like it's best way to collapse time by linking arms with people. Love this class. How much is the Align Collective? We have different packages for if you choose to just do the group or the one-on-ones. The best way to do this is email me and my team's going to get back to you with everything, all the details, and apply as well so that you can save your spot because it's going to go fast. Thank you for hosting this amazing class for us. Self-love, yay. Okay, great. Awesome. Any other thing you want to add before we officially go? Your success and authenticity fuels so much hope. Thanks, Alexa. Oh, thank you for tuning in. I know we're like way over. We're like 30 minutes over, but it was so worth it. I love hanging out with all of you. Thanks for tuning in. And just know that you hold so much magic within you. It's incredible how magical you are. And my hope for you is that you have the courage to tune into whatever it is that you want and have the courage to go for it. No matter how unreasonable it is, no matter how crazy people think you are. You like that guy, I'm gonna make $300,000 next year. He's like, yeah, right. Good luck. I want you to have that level of belief and showing up like it. I love you so much. Thank you so much for playing all out with me. I'm sending you so much love. Ciao, everyone. Bye. Oh, how much did you end up making? Rain? For what? Gonna answer a question. Thank you so much. Great. For the year. Well, I'm still in the year right now. I'm still, because it was for this year. But right now I'm at 120K. So I'm on track to end the year with $300,000 with like all the payments, the residual and everything. But who knows what's gonna happen? It may grow even bigger. Yes, insane. It's absolutely insane. I made, just so you guys know, I made like $25,000 last year. Anything is possible. Yeah, I know. I should send him a balloon. He was shocked when I just paid everything cash, like my whole debt. I was like, all right, gave him a check. And he's like, what? Great. Awesome. I love you so much. Let me know your takeaways. I love receiving messages. Like send me a DM on the Instagram. I love to showcase your wins, showcase your takeaways. Thank you so much. And I hope you have the best night. You'll receive a recording on email. Love you. Bye.